Oh my god. Wow.
He did not. He beat sort of
Okay.
to get to the finals to face a Stray.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But a Stray beat Trap.
Mhm.
Ender beat Probe. Now that was a wild. God damn. He also played against Debbie. I'm getting distracted. We are kicking off our final series, not just of ESL Open Cup Asia Holiday Spectacular, but also our final series of 2022. No, 2021. I was just thinking a little too far ahead in the future. Our final series of 2021, casted on the CranKy Ducklings channel. Here in the bottom left-hand corner map, sweating all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we have a blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Korea. He, of course, is going to be representing Kai Z Gaming. KZG! He is that winter sun. He is Sola.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire ALE, we have South Korean Protoss player, the champion of ESL Open Cup Asia. We were just talking about it. He has won 17 weeklies, the most out of any other player. And he wants another. Representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG, it is Zest. The reason why I'm adamant that Zest has been probably the best Protoss in the entire world for a long time. Trap has been trying, but trying is not good enough. But you know what? It's also one of those things where it's a little bit bittersweet because Zest, he's soon to leave us, mate.
Yeah. In just a couple of weeks, just a couple of months, if I'm not mistaken. And he's still gonna play in DreamHack Last Chance.
Yeah.
We all thought Codas Season 3 was gonna be his final hurrah, and I'm sure he was also thinking that that was gonna be the case, but yeah, he actually has a little bit more time, which he's using to compete in as much as possible. Gotta admire that grind set.
Definitely. Oh boy. Like, it's one of those things where Zest, he's just always on that grind. Like, I think it just shows his passion as well. Like, as in how active he is in all these weekly tournaments, how much he wants to play this game, despite knowing that he's going to the military soon. That doesn't stop him from practicing and training and playing as best as he can. It's, yeah, I got a lot of respect for him. A lot of respect.
Yeah. You've gotta, been this consistent for this long, as well as being just straight up the best Protoss player in the world in multiple different periods throughout his career.
Eras, mate. Yeah,
multiple different eras. Yeah.
It's always been there.
Always at the top.
Well, that's also why I'm excited for DreamHack Last Chance. It's going to be his last chance.
Yeah,
for just really showing up and representing Protoss.
It'd be kind of funny, but also kind of sad if he actually does qualify for Katowice, but then he gets dragged into the military.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't be opposed to him winning DreamHack Last Chance just because it's very Rain-esque. Like, remember? Rain, he won GSL, and then he...
bring up Rain. Yeah. For the final time in 2021, we're gonna bring up Rain
Let's go. It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks. But wait, remember Rain? Rain, he won GSL and then he retired.
Rain.
He retired after winning GSL, and everyone was like, "What? Like, why are you retiring right now? You're in peak form." And he's like, "Nah, I just want to make some more money in Brood War."
Yeah. Pretty much.
But like, it's one of those.
Done all I wanted to do.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, you don't want to be remembered for being like past your prime. You like when you retire, you want to still like leave an impression on people. You want
to leave on a high note.
Yeah. You don't want to be like like a candle that's like slowly like flickering out, right? And then you're forced into retirement because you can't compete anymore. Like that's
forced into retirement. Goddamn.
Because that's like your last
harsh.
Performance is like what people remember. Like
it is. Yeah, it definitely is. I would say that for a lot of other players, though, like, who didn't necessarily go out on a high note, but still had a lot of highs in their careers. They probably aren't remembered for those final moments. So,
yeah. But here we are in the grand finals. We can talk for hours about players and historic players and what they've accomplished and all that stuff.
That'll be the topic for a podcast one day.
There you go, mate. There you go. We'll bring it back. We'll bring back the podcast. But here in this game, it's been pretty standard so far. Zest doing Zest things. Skytels.
Pretty much. Solar, meanwhile, also doing Solar things. You know, expanding as greedily as he can get away with, but also setting up for a Queen March. Highway is in construction.
It is in construction. I think what's very important to note is that Zest threw down a Robo. I expect to see, Robotics Bay, so we are going to be seeing Disruptors coming out, so Zest is already in the back of his mind preparing for a ground push.
Yeah, well, he knows how Solo likes to approach this matchup. I would certainly hope so by now. This has been Solo's go-to for a couple of months at this point.
Yeah.
Does switch it up every now and then, but this is the foundation of his CVP.
Yeah, Queen pushes with Roaches or with Lings or Hydra timings like Solar. We talk about it all the time. He does whatever he can to end the game early. He's trying to go for a bit of a Ling run by. He's trying to, again, just do what he can. And I appreciate this. After scouting his opponents, with that Overseer especially, seeing the Disruptors, he is going instead for Hydras.
Hydras and a very early Infestation Pit. Infestors? I don't think he can't be going for a Hive this early, right?
I assume it's for a Hive. I mean, we'll see what happens. The Oracles, meanwhile, finally, surprisingly, they find some damage. 6 drones will go down. And this makes perfect sense to me. Like, he sees Disruptors. You know what shuts down Disruptors? You know what shuts down almost anything? Vipers, mate. Viper, Hydra, Lurker, Viper.
I was going to say Widow Mines, but yeah, you're right there. You're right with Vipers, too. Yeah.
Widow Mines against Disruptors?
Why not? Just drop him on top of the Disruptors. Burrow of Tumbling Claws, you know?
What's your TVP matchup looking like right now?
It's my second worst matchup.
Second best.
At the moment. My second best as well, yeah, there we go. Maybe how you want to look at it.
Oh, God. But yeah, so so Solar, he's switching gears here, which I appreciate, but it takes a while for this to happen. As we see, you know, Hive is still not done, Vipers need to gather energy slowly over time, and this is going to give Zest the opportunity to get another base up and running, and to get a very formidable army.
Very formidable army that can also just be shut down by Vipers. Always depends on who shoots first, whether or not Zest gets the feedback first or Solo gets the yoink first.
Well, what's important is that because Zest went for Disruptors, he doesn't have a High Templar. He doesn't have any High Templar, so there is no opportunity for feedback. That's why Vipers are a great choice right now, but Vipers are on the way, and after they pop out, they still need to suck on energy. Like, they're not ready.
They're not going to be ready for quite some time. Disruptors already doing a great job of zoning out
the Vipers!
The Hydras. No, I have to spawn here. One Viper gets taken out immediately. A fantastic Purification Nova lands on a decent chunk of these Hydras.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like Zest is just going to stake his claim.
Yeah, the Gateway Army is pushing on forward, but the Interceptors are running out because of that. Oh no, more Purification Novas are coming out. The Stalkers are overwhelming the army. Sure, the Carrier is falling, but what about what's on the ground?
No answer to them whatsoever because of all these Purification Novas. Hang on, though. Vipers are here, and they do have energy. Yoink on one of the Disruptors does manage to snipe it out.
The slow lots are coming in.
That's the least of his worries here.
Yeah, the slow lots are closing the distance. They're buffering here for all of these Stalkers. Again, even though the Carriers are basically dealt with, like they're basically dead, the Stalkers are going to kill everything. We need more than just Ling Hydra. I mean, maybe with the reinforcements, maybe Solar can hold on.
Blinding Clouds.
Oh!
Without Blink, the Blinding Clouds actually do neutralize the biggest advantage that Stalkers have in this scenario. The gateway count is thinning out a little bit, but so are all of these drones.
Yeah, exactly. The boys were pulled, but again, who needs a Twilight Council? Who needs Blink? Who needs Charge? Because this just vanilla gateway army is pushing. Wow, look at the War Prism! It gets sniped!
Just before all those zealots could get in. That would have been a game-winning move here for Zest, but instead Solar buys himself a little bit of breathing room. He buys himself a second life in this game.
Look at the workers there.
An extra life. Yeah. Like, I didn't say he's winning this game.
Yeah.
He's just, alive in it.
He's in the coma right now, and he's still hooked up. He's still got his heart beating, and Solar knows that he can't draw enough from here. He's making more Lings, making more Banelings. He's trying to maybe counterattack and break Zest before he gets an army out. But the problem is that his production, his economy is insane. Sure, a warp-in was denied, but he just warps in at home instead. And
he still has a massive bank.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, the Novas, the Yoinks! Oh god!
The Yoinks! Okay, the Yoinks do a fantastic job of sniping the Purification Novas.
Yeah.
But those Banelings do connect on the Disruptors. Not necessarily the best target. Hydra's starting to come in, but enough carriers were produced, enough interceptors were produced that the Hydras really aren't that threatening. GG. Zest takes game number 1.
GG, well played. That was so unfortunate there for Solar, for those for those Vipers to come out where they did, right? Immediately, one of the Vipers died at the very start of that fight, and we saw how well the Vipers were doing. Imagine if he had an additional Viper there as well. Things may not have looked as dire there, but what a nice timing from Zest, and something that we don't see too often. We rarely see slow lots and blinkless stalkers excel and win a fight.
Yeah. How menacing are slow lots in that position, honestly. They just slowly make their way forward and they're slowly running out of room to kite back to. But yeah, something else that we also don't see too often from Zest specifically is that push timing. I think a lot of us are just really used to Zest, especially if he goes for sky tots like that, if he goes for a fleet beacon that early on. We're like, alright, he's got his 4 bases, he's just gonna sit here and let Solar push into him until Solar runs out of money, but instead, he did the exact opposite. He actually was aggressive this game, and it worked out to great success.
It was a very strong timing, very strong. And before we get into this game, I want to give a massive shout out to someone in the chat. Massive shout out to ARJ Skater for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. Again, ARJ Skater, he's one of the biggest supporters of our channel. He's not a Lord Loken, but I mean, no one can be a Lord Loken,
Exactly.
We still love the support.
No one has Lord Loken's money.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, both AJ Skater and Lord Loken. They're both in the chat. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, we really do appreciate both of your supports throughout the year. I think one thing you're gonna pin down is highlights of 2021. AJ Skater started supporting the channel, and oh my lord, let's get these intros out of the way because. Oh my! In the top right-hand corner, in the top left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner of the map, but not wanting to be there for much longer. We have the blue Zerg player from Korea representing KaiZ Gaming. He has stolen his opponent's gold base. He is Solar.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Pride of Octatus LE, we have the red Protoss player. He's already leading the series 1-0. Can he keep it up? It is Zest. Happy holidays, ARJ Skater, and Zest Scouts. So I was shocked by what Solar was doing, and I feel like he's gonna die horribly. You can't Maynard this gold. There's no way. It's so far away, right?
It's not about mining from that gold base.
Isn't it?
It's about denying it for your opponent.
Is he gonna take his own gold?
It's about the dominance,
He's taking his own. He's taking both golds.
He's
pulling the chase. Wait, someone at chase right now. It's happening. Where's my Discord? Oh my god. Tournament spoilers. Chase!
You gotta watch the VOD of the finals of ESL Open Cup Asia, game number 2. But yeah, look, it's not about mining from the bases right now for Solar. It's just about the aesthetic, you know? He just likes gold. He loves gold.
He's main-arding. He's sending drones across the map. He's crazy. He's lost his mind. Maybe he is still hungover. Finally, this base was so delayed, by the way. Finally, he gets his own gold. He is so ballsy right now. My God.
He's just having fun. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah.
He's enjoying his holiday.
I mean, we'll see if he gets away with this, right? We have adepts. We're gonna see glaive adepts, by the way, from Zest, which is gonna be a little bit terrifying.
I mean, that's the best way to shut down double gold.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Can Solar pull this off? He's getting a lot of mining. He's getting a lot of minerals.
Yeah, it's still gonna take a while before Zest is able to get enough adepts out, I think. So, yeah, and once again, this is just about denying these minerals from Zest.
You keep saying that, mate. Protoss players don't take fast gold bases, okay? Like, I appreciate.
But eventually, he's gonna take it.
Sure. I'm just really concerned. Okay, we have a roach horn on the way. We need roaches here at this gold base. Like, glaive adepts are gonna have a field day here if there aren't any roaches. I
would love it if Solar just throws down 3 spine crawlers.
Yeah, spine
in each gold base.
It wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too bad at all. But here come 4 gateways are about to finish up. We have a war prism as well. Zest has options. He has options. If he wanted to, I wouldn't be opposed to him even walling off and just going across the map instead. Like, hey. We'll see. We'll see where he goes.
Well, his main base is going to be completely defenses, wouldn't it?
No, that's why I said walling off. Like, wall off, get a shield battery, right? But yeah, we'll see where he decides to hit. Quickly checking his vision, he has not scattered Solar's other second gold.
Solar trend. Look at that income difference.
Yeah, here we go. Oh god, it is deep in the blue, but here come a lot of adepts. Where are those roaches? We have Ravagers instead? Okay, we have 4. We do have a spine, so this is a pretty defensive position. But this is what I'm talking about. Zest, if he wanted to, he could avoid this. He could just go for the main.
He's going for it.
God, he has to be careful, though. He has to be very careful here how he engages with this army. Zest dancing right now, warping in another round.
The last thing he wants to happen to his adepts right now is to get them immediately surrounded. He could try to fight the Ravagers and the Roaches. They are in low enough numbers, IMO, but instead he shades across the map.
Oh, he does shade across the map. He confirms the second gold base of Solar, and he's kind of racing Solar all the way to his main. That's what I mean. He's going to have the high ground. Oh, no.
Oh, and he's going to be able to wall off to our body block, I should say. Well, he would have been able to if he didn't back away, but I'm liking just a bit more from Zest. I mean, he knows that there are juicier targets to acquire.
Yeah, speaking of, we have another wave of adepts here at the gold base of Solar. There's only a spine, only a single spine, but the adepts almost got surrounded. They eventually will. Or will they?
No, he's actually just drawing the attention away from these. He's actually just isolating the links from the Roaches and Ravagers so he can deal with them one by one.
Mate, these...
I'm not sure how intentional that is, but it is working out so well for him.
These adepts just did a lap of the map. Now they're going for round. They're going for their second lap, mate. It's insane. They've been all around. He's been running around Solar. Yeah. Just running circles around him, mate.
Wow. These depths are speed incarnate.
Yeah, they started at the gold of Solar, then they went all the way to the main, back into the gold, now they're in the middle of the map. All the Lings are dying, by the way, so there's no more surround potential because they've been slowly being shaved off the entire game. We have DTs, we have no detection.
Oh, and because of that, the drones are being pulled completely off the mineral line. This base is going to go down. Solar still has his other gold base, which is why it was important for him to take 2 gold bases, so he at least has 1.
He does. Does he have detection at home? He does have 1 spore at home. That's so important, but he does not have a lair. He does not have mobile detection, so the DTs, they could just fight the army if they wanted to.
Detection is base.
Yeah. Oh god. This is what I mean. DTs, they can just fight. They can just fight. We don't have a spore at the gold. Oh, sorry, we do have a spore in each base. Okay. We do. Oh god.
It would have been big brain for Zest to go there, I suppose.
Yeah, and this is scary.
No, Sony can't do anything!
If you just saw, the Roach Ravager has just been split off. Now they're in the main base. If the Adepts wanted to, they could go towards the gold. No, he's going for the main. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Going for all that tech, that juicy, juicy tech.
He commits!
What are we watching right now?
And this is only half of Solar's army. The other half is trying to race all the way back home, but it's too late. He's gonna lose everything.
Not fast. GG is called, and Zest is on match point. I am so glad that we get to watch a series like that for our final broadcast.
What just happened?
Sheer bliss. Brilliant. Solar. I gotta look out for you, buddy.
Oh,
I very much appreciate the plays from a blue Zerg player. He could have played a straight up game. He could have gone for his own gold base. Instead, he decides to make this holiday truly spectacular.
He pulled a chase, a Blackburn chase. Chase was watching, by the way. He went for both gold bases, and as we saw, it doesn't really work. Like, you're spread so thin. We were talking about it. The Adepts were running circles around Solar. Solar, with his slow army, with very limited creep spread, he couldn't keep up with the Adepts. They were just chasing him from one base to the other, and they're so spread out. He just couldn't defend, and he couldn't counterattack either. He tried to counterattack, but there was a full wall, there was a shield battery, there was stalkers, like there was just nothing that Solar could do. Ugh.
I'm tempted to drag Chase in the voice now, so he can just explain.
Explain
what Solar... Yeah, explain on behalf of Solar.
Oh, God. Wow.
And just like that, I mean, Solar's one map away from losing. And speaking of one map away from losing, we're now on Berlingrad LE. We're in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have a blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Korea. He is the Gangnam Zerg. He is... I don't even know how to describe that, mate. He is the Austin Powers Zerg, question mark. He loves gold! Representing KZ Gaming KZG, he is Solar.
Gold member. Austin Powers.
The Goldfinger.
No, what? No! Good God. Have you watched Austin Powers before, Yaku? You know what you're saying? God damn.
Not the full movie. I know two things from that movie.
Uh-huh.
I love gold! And I hate the Dutch.
Oh no. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player currently up 2-0 in this series, one map away from being our ESL Open Cup Asia 103 champion, the final one of the entire year, 2021.
All day spectacular.
Exactly. It is Zest. Ugh.
So you think Sola got it all out of his system with Voltaris, or is he gonna pull out something insane here on Berlingrad?
How much more insane can you get than taking your opponent's gold base, you know?
Well,
like,
it doesn't have to be more insane, it just has to be as insane.
True. Like, what could we see here? We could see... it's too late now for, like, a proxy hatch or a ninja base.
Oh, ninja in the main?
Ninja in the main, mate.
Proxy in the main?
That's what I was hoping for. It's too late. It's too late for that. It was a hatch gas pool opener, so pretty standard. But Solar just lost his mind for a moment there.
Lost his mind or found enlightenment?
Well, what's important...
Lost his mind.
I think what's very important is that Solar wouldn't have done that if it doesn't work on the ladder. So if you're in the chat and if you're a Zerg player or any kind of player... I want to say that Solar's probably done that against like 6k Protosses on Korea, and it's worked before. And it's like, that gives hope to the people out there. If you want to go full Macaco, if you want to go full ape mode, and just go for the gold, just go for double gold on Pride of Voltaris in ZVP, do it.
Here's the thing. I don't know if that works on the ladder. I don't know if that's something that Sola practiced and decided to pull out because it works, or if it's just a spur of the moment. Just, you know what? I have a theory. Let me test out my theory.
I would like to think
And it didn't work.
I would like to think Friday night, Solar, he cracks open a bottle of Jack and he just goes wild on the ladder, and it works. But he has to be in a certain state of mind, and I feel like that goes in line with the holiday spirit that we're seeing here today between our players. You know, not the most serious of series, but fun.
I like to imagine that's how Solo spent his Christmas. Bottle of Jack Daniels and the ladder. Let's go.
Double goal bases, mate.
Double goal bases.
Well, like,
oh my god, this Oracle!
Oh, Oracle gets surrounded. Oracle gets taken out. Solo already getting ready for his comeback. I was just gonna quickly say that, like, this series has been wild because game 2, sure, it was double goal based, but let's not forget about game 1 and like the mass gateway army push without any upgrades. You know, again, yeah,
unblinking stalkers.
Yeah, it's again things that you never see, mate. You never see.
Get a little bit of variety this holiday. Do appreciate it.
Exactly. Oh boy. Alright, well, meanwhile, here we go. So, Zest already losing one of his oracles does kind of weaken his map presence. Solar making a massive wave of lings. My god, more than I would have expected. 20 lings in production. This will help deal with the adepts, and to be fair, he does need them. These adepts are threatening these bases. Oh.
Yeah, they're looking to target fire as best they can. Already taking out 2 drones, which is not the worst amount of damage in the world here for Solar. It's definitely very recoverable, but keep in mind, Zest also isn't dedicated to adepts. He was actually going for triple oracles.
Yeah, and that's also why I love all these lings. So they force the oracles back home. The lings aren't going to get a kill. Oh, they could have honestly gotten that pylon, but they do get forced all the way back. They do force the oracles to stay at home, and now Solar is free to macro up behind this. Also, I love it, mate. You talk about getting drunk. You talk about like drinking on a Friday night or any night. Of course, Chaos Fate shows up in the chat.
Look at my Chivas. Chaos.
Yeah. For nada, Chaos. Yo, Chaos, ¿por qué estás despierto? What's going on? And if you're awake, why were you not in this tournament? ¿A dónde estás, mate? Why not? Why not in the ESL?
I think there's an obvious answer to that. Like,
it's true.
It's drinking.
Yeah, 100%. Oh god.
What else is there to do in? No, it's not Chile.
Peru, mate.
Peru. What else is there to do in Peru?
Something about these Peruvian Terrans. Shelby, Chaos Fate, Neo. Ay.
Oracles are doing a whole lot. 8 drones do get taken out, and none of them go down this time. Zest actually going for mass Oracle, as I saw a 4th.
Oh. Yeah.
The shadow of a 4th as well. Ah, my Christmas wish has been answered. This is all I asked for.
It's gonna be 5 oracles, mate, if you didn't lose the first one.
Exactly. This was all I asked for in my letter to Santa. It's like, please, just I want to see a game of Mass Oracle.
Yeah, you wanted a Dreidel and Mass Oracle, man. You got it. As we do see the oracles and the adepts coming across the map, and there are only links to meet them. Roaches are on the way though. Again, Solar just needs to buy a little bit more time for those roaches to pop out, and then he will be able to defend. Behind this though, Zest, he's transitioning into Blink Stalkers,
which is exactly, well, not necessarily the counter to roaches, but definitely a very good counter to roaches. I didn't even notice this, but Solar actually went for a Drop Lord into that main base.
Does go into the main with a couple of lings. No banelings, unfortunately, because he did not have a nest. So, 5 probes went down. Not bad, and honestly, necessary damage, because Zest, these oracles have been insane. They've been just dominating these mineral lines time and time again. We even had a stasis ward at the 3rd base. If they wanted to, they could try and focus on the queen. As they, oh my god, they just do it. They just go for it.
Just like so. Splits up towards the end and gets even more drone kills. Here's what's worrying, though. These oracles are doing a lot when it comes to the harass, but what about the defense here?
Yeah. They're doing great with the harass, but what about the D? Because at the end of the day, that is what matters. Oh my god! Queen's almost got a War Prism. War Prism has to be so careful. The rocks are dealt with, so now the Ling's going to try and force Zest to defend in 2 places at once.
Great force field, but there are corrosive biles to get rid of force fields whenever the need arises.
Yeah, exactly.
Another Oracle getting sniped.
Meanwhile, Zest was actually supply blocked there for a moment, but there we go. Finally, we have another warp in of those Stalkers. The Cybercore is going to go down. Without the Cybercore, there's going to be no more Stalkers.
And Zealots are definitely not what you want, especially slow lots to defend against Ravagers here. I only just realized this, Light, but Zest is only now throwing down shield batteries by a certain base location, and he has none in his natural base.
Yeah, there's nothing at the natural to defend. Solar, can he do it? Can he fight back in this series? Immortals are on the way. The longer this goes on, the more Zest has a chance at like being able to fortify this location. Zealots are being warped in because that's all he has. Backup Cybercore is on the way, but it's not done yet. It's on the way.
It's not done yet. Zest blinking his heart out, avoiding these biles very, very well. Trying to attack from two different angles. Thinning out the Ravagers a little bit, but his own Stalker count is getting thinned out too. Cybercore did get remade, and with that, he's able to reinforce better.
Yeah, and all the Lings were dealt with as well. The slow lots are coming in. They're getting on top of all these queens. The slow lots are actually doing a lot here, and now the Ravagers are getting surrounded.
Wow, what a blink forward.
Yeah.
Immortal's doing such a good job too. And Zest, without shield batteries, despite losing a Cybercore, is able to hold.
Despite
and not just hold, but go for a full counterattack.
Mate, despite being supply blocked, having a Cybercore sniped, not having shield batteries, not having cannons, Zest, he is going to take this game, mate. Lings are coming to reinforce, but there are cannons at home to defend. Zest, he's pushing out across the map. With the death of all those Ravagers, you're not going to be able to rebuild them. Solo, he's trying desperately to defend. He's trying to pump out as much as he can, but GG gets called.
Zest takes the final ESL Open Cup Asia of the year. 3-0. Return to King.
Wow, GG, well played. I believed in Solar when he was splitting up the army, when he was breaking into the natural base. I was like, maybe Solar can fight back and make a series out of this. Nah, mate, Zest is still best.
Still the best. It only took the end of the year for him to prove himself once again.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about, but his toughest opponent in this entire bracket was Ryung.
It was Ryung, mate. Ryung could have stopped this. We could be in a world where maybe even Ryung is today's champion, maybe Solar as well, but oh god, Ryung just barely couldn't clutch it out, and Zest, PvZ, that is his matchup. That is where he is the innovator. You know, time and time again, he comes out and he dictates the pace of this matchup. And even here, he wasn't playing standard. He was going quadruple Oracle. He was going for chargeless lots. He was doing crazy.
Slow lots,
yeah. Slow lots.
He was reacting to getting his gold base taken.
Yeah.
I feel like we can't pin that game on him, but I'm gonna.
So a wild series. A wild series.
Probably, yeah. I can't think of any others. I honestly can't think of many other series that we've had throughout the entire year that we've casted that's more fitting to end the year with.
Exactly.
At least not off the top of my head. Chat will probably bring up a bunch.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's been plenty of series, especially with Ragnarok, that have been wild, but this one holds a special place in our heart because it was also the final series of 2021 for us. Like, we're not going to be casting in the days leading up to 2022, so this is...
So,
yeah.
Sorry, Parker. I tried to get the show match, but Light was having none of it.
Yeah, exactly. Shaking my head, Warbuff was shaking my head. He wasn't going to play anyway. What are you on about? But what a wild tournament and what a wild year in general. Like, massive shout out to everyone in the chat who tuned in and supports us, and
throughout today's broadcast and throughout the entire year as well. Definitely had a lot. We've definitely had expanded quite a bit throughout 2021. Obviously, the elephant in the room being our professional team. But even aside from that, I think last year we didn't do the B stream for EU, did we? We only did Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, and OC.
Last year I want to say we did, but not for all the seasons. Not for all 3 seasons.
There we go.
I think only for the last season, actually. I could be wrong about that.
Potentially, maybe.
Maybe.
It feels like a very 2021 thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because it's the first year I did it, so.
Yeah, like, I think regardless, like, we were able to again expand to the point where we were able to be a part of the DreamHack circuit and be a part of the B stream and all that stuff. Like, it's, yeah, we've grown a lot over the past 2 years.
As we did the B stream, we were able to cheer for our boys competing.
Yeah, the most unbiased casts out there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's probably another thing in 2021. Changing A and Z champs. One of my favorite things was probably Fluke and Pilsky calling you out whenever you got to cast Oreo or Starduck.
100%, mate. 100%, mate. You got to be there to represent the Ducks. And yeah, that's another thing, right? ESL Open Cup Asia was a big thing. ANZ Champs was a big thing for us. To be a part of, to be a part of it and for it to grow as well as it did. Again, season 1 was amazing. Season 2, I feel like did lack a little bit, but we also had
just because lockdowns.
Yeah, we also had to do like home broadcasts for season 2 instead of being in the studio. But
plus, producer Chris made it work.
Yeah, he did make it work. And overall, like, it's been an insane year. It's gonna be tough to beat, honestly, but we're gonna try. 2022, the bar is set pretty high. You know, we've had studio broadcasts, we've been a part of the B stream, we've been able to be a part of so many different tournaments. You know, TSL, Kashiniku Open, Olima League. Oh yeah, this was the first year that we casted Olima League as well. True.
I remember that broadcast. It's great.
Yeah, we did it a couple of times. We were able to do we actually casted the final Olima League weekly, if you remember. It was
I played in that.
No. It was the monthly finals from May. We casted the monthly finals from May.
Right, yeah. And we played in the like open one.
Yeah. And that was the final Olima League of that format before it switched into invitationals. We were even able to cast some invitationals as well. If you remember the controversial name, we casted Olima League Race Wars.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Clem, Parting, and Solar?
Yes.
In a round robin.
Yep. One of each race. The VODs are all on YouTube. They're all there. But yeah, we did a lot. And hopefully we can do more in 2022. It's one of those things where 2022 is going to be a big year.
Look,
hopefully it's not the last year, right? We all know ESL Pro Tour confirmed for 2022. We don't know what happens after, but we want to make sure we don't have any regrets. We want to make sure we do as much as we can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was going to say go out with a bang, but I think that's a little pessimistic, even still. Hopefully there is still more to the Pro Tour as we go into 2023 and beyond.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
2022 is the year where we have Starduck and Oreo in the finals of OC, Eric and Ryu in the finals of LAN. Sorry, Neil. They'll be in the semifinals. and Patty Mac winning NA. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, right? Like, oh my god, I'm so proud of our players, just because, like, we did so well in DreamHack this year. Starduck got top 4, Eric got top 2, Ryu got top 4, Patty Mac got top 6 in NA. Like, all of our players have done better than they have ever in their careers.
Yep.
So yeah, it was huge for them. We grew so much as a team. Again, we're not stopping. We're still going to be here next year. Almost won BTL. We made it to top 4 of BTL. Oh my god. Berserker Team League. The VODs aren't out yet on YouTube, but soon they will be. I can let you know. Soon they will be on YouTube. Obviously, if you watch live or on Twitch, they're there. But yeah.
Some of the spiciest games we've ever casted.
Yeah. Oh, god, BTL was so much fun. But yeah, man. I guess throwing it to you. You know, is there anything else you want to say, or any memorable moments of the year for you, and what you've done?
Plenty.
Uh-huh. God damn it, Yaku.
I remember watching Katowice.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Not necessarily for the games themselves, even though the games were fantastic, but also because that was like whatchamacallit, where we all got together for the viewer party, because that was before we got into casting grind, so
Yeah.
that was the last thing we actually were able to watch.
True.
Without casting it.
True. Yeah.
Hopefully we get to do that again this year.
Yeah, Katowice is going to be a lot of fun. We may be a part of it. We'll see. If you remember, that's where we started. Being the C stream for Katowice back in the day. Back in 2019.
2020.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 2020. Yeah. Oh, God. But yes, thank you everyone for the support. ARJ Skater in the chat, Maximo in the chat, Lord Loken, Chaos. I'll ask. I know the answer to this question. Yaku, are you gonna stream this year? Are you gonna stream before New Year's?
I didn't stream this year. Oh, before New Year's. I might.
You might.
I actually might. I have some free time. I think. I think. Again, we'll see how I feel.
We'll see. If you want to tune into Yaku's potential stream, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. Twitter.com @Empora is where I'll announce if or when I go live, and also where you can @me and say, yo, go live. So I know that people actually want me to go live. Yeah. And other than that, !Discord in the chat is where I'm at. Light is also there. A lot of our other CranKy Ducklings and Duckling adjacents are also there. It's also where you should go to @Aries and ask him for team games. Because if we do play team games, then I'll probably stream that, because what else is there?
True. Oh, God. Meanwhile, for me, you can follow me at Light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I will be streaming this week. Kuro and I, we're going to try and stream some Final Fantasy XIV, the Christmas event, before it is over. So we're going to try and do that. And maybe I'll slip in a ladder session here or there. Yeah, going to try and be active before New Year's. If you're wondering what our next cast is going to be, it is going to be next year in 2022. We still haven't posted the announcement yet, but I'll just say it here because we're going to in the next couple of days. We are going to be hosting Duckling Showdown 2021. Of course, Duckling Showdown is a show match series that we run at the end of every single year ever since we've been active. And this year, it is going to be on the 8th. On the 8th of January, so be sure to mark your calendars. We'll be posting this week on social media the exact dates and times and the players that are going to be involved. If you remember, last year we had the infamous LATAM versus Oceania. We had Ender versus Jim Rising and Cham versus Miyamaika, and those were insane series. We're going to try and top that.
I don't think Cham will ever forget
Miyamaika 3-0 Cham. He 3-0 Cham, and I remember we were shocked when that happened. We were shocked,
and I remember afterwards, Cham DM'd you. I was like, he plays so weird, man.
I remember he was like, mate, rematch. Let's go. They wanted to have another crack at it. Unfortunately, the rematch didn't happen. It did, but not on our stream.
Yeah.
But yeah.
In the OSC Super Series, if I'm not mistaken. Or the OSC League.
Yeah. Super Series. But
Miyamaika won there as well.
He did. Oh my God. I remember rubbing that in the face of Darking. He's like, mate, let's go. What's going on with your boy? What's going on?
Darking as well this year.
Darking.
He casted a lot more until he joined Twitch. That was something.
Yeah, Darking joined, Cristiano joined, Yoda stepped away because of IRL. Same with Milk. Yoda and Milk did have like more, again, IRL jobs to focus on, but we had others kind of step up in their stead. Yeah, had a lot of people here in the Ducks. Even Chase has been casting recently.
Yeah, Chase came in towards the end. Aries didn't cast as much on the CranKy Ducklings channel as he did last year, but I personally did like seeing him, seeing his casts of the Southeast Asia League and whatnot.
Yeah. He's been active as well.
Kuro popped up quite a bit more on the channel. Best casting shirt.
Best casting jersey. Best casting jersey.
Yeah. How could I forget? This was the year we started using webcams.
Yeah, true.
It was, yeah.
This wonderful green screen we got going on here. I think my favorite thing is, because I don't know if I told you, I sent Chicken Man an image of the faces of Yaku, where if you remember, I think it was DreamHack 4.
It was DreamHack Summer. Or DreamHack Fall. One of those.
Yeah. It wasn't winter, but it was one where you changed your outfit every single broadcast. Yeah. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
How did he respond?
No, I told him, mate, you got competition, mate. You gotta step it up. He's like, damn.
I've always said, now that we have webcams, what I want more than anything is to have a Halloween cast with Chicken Man, where we can both have outfits on.
Exactly. Oh god, I have to step up my game. I don't have like a depth wardrobe, so I have to invest in something, right, to make things a little bit more interesting. But yeah, it's been a great year, 2021. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And as we are going to head off till the next year, Yaku, do you have anything you want to add before we head off? We'll see you guys in 2022. Thank you so much for all the love, all the support. Join us on Discord, on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff for when we next go live, and to be a part of the community and keep up with us during these holidays, during the holiday break. And we'll be back next year in 2022. We'll see you then.
Have a happy, safe new year, everybody. Work on them resolutions for your monitors.
Ciao.
Bella. Don't want to go too high and